Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 103 of Project Zomboid Ash Williams. I'm not even going the right way. Hey Beater, how well can you off-road in dense forest? I should, by all rights, turn around and go the correct way, but I refuse. My stubbornness has kept me alive. Oh god, this thing is bouncing. Uh-oh. It's getting thick. Oh, there's a fence? Wait, hold on. Let me open the map. Exclamation mark map opens the map. Yeah, okay, there is a fence. Bummer, dude. Okay, fine. This 11% vehicle backing up through the forest. I always have a hard time figuring out exactly where the trees are sometimes because their like silhouettes are hard to read, hard to interpret, right? Not always, but sometimes. Alright, fine, I'll go the proper way. Not a good noise. One of the things I should have checked when I checked the health of this vehicle is how close the wheels are to falling off, which could get me killed, you know, because if I hit like a group of zombies and my wheels fall off, I can get swarmed pretty quickly. But off we are. Hey, taxi. Stall number 3. I've had real life car trouble this week, so I'm used to it. Yep, that taxi that was bouncing up and down was the wreckage. I was trying to demonstrate. Oh, okay. I was trying to demonstrate how changing your zoom in, zoom out levels while oh, wow. New record. We drove like 10 feet and stalled. Exceptional. And another 10 feet install. They see me rolling and then stopping after 10 feet. It's embarrassing. Gonna catch me driving dirty. Well, the good news is there's absolutely no amount of damage I can do to this car and feel bad. It'd be interesting if, like, vehicles like this had a chance to just catch fire by the simple fact that it, or at least smoke, and make you suffer like smoke inhalation, you know, as a result of it being such a junker. I should complain to the dealership that they sold me a lemon. I mean, my car is 12 years old, but I've had a bunch of parts in it recalled multiple times. So I got most of my car problems fixed this week, but then I have to do the recalls next. Hey, the other wreck. What type of car? It's a Honda. It's an old Honda. My car doesn't sound safe or reliable. Yeah, I mean, the airbags have been recalled twice. I think the second was a mailing error, and I'll have the dealership tell me if that's the case. They'll just read it off my VIN number. But yeah, my airbags originally were the dangerous staccato ones that turn into claymore mines when you crash and fling debris into your chest. So yeah, I mean, not the best airbags to have, but I've also never had them deploy, so, you know, it's like Russian roulette with your vehicle, I guess. Time to trade it in for something new. I mean, it drives, but I did joke to myself, or actually out loud, about how the last wave of repairs that I made to my car might have cost me like a significant percent of the Kelly Blue Book value of the vehicle, i.e. not a whole lot of bang for my repair buck. But oh well, whatever. Alright, so let's first, before we raid the mall... Oh man, I should have brought more stew. Let's look for a car to trade to, because the trunk of this vehicle can't hold anything. So there's really no point going to the mall and raiding it for loot when we have nowhere to put the loot. The body damage on this doesn't look great. But let's inspect the insides. 54%, so not great. Certainly better than the trash that we're driving. It just stalled on me. Yes, I tossed my used bowl suit. I have a dozen or more than a dozen other bowls at home. I can't be bothered. I'm almost encumbered, which is why I'm not trying to add anything to my weight. Oh, this is a heavy vehicle that I had not considered. Again, well, the hood looks a little beat up, but I know I did mention that my daily driver was going to be a normal size car, but I could actually take this dash bull driver at a 480 horsepower. I could take this dash bull driver here and tow my daily driver back home. Even comes with bandages. And that way, I will have twice the vehicle. But I do want to switch over to a standard car. I don't think this thing has fuel. But what I will do is I will add fuel to this dash bull driver and then tow the car I want to keep home. Because this thing should honestly be able to tow, like, a truck if it wanted to. With that horsepower. It's ridiculous. Whoever developed this game has, like, no notion of horsepower. It's... and the car dies again. I just want to set this thing on fire. Unfortunately, cars are inflammable. But, yeah, the developers of the game have no concept of what a reasonable horsepower is. There's like taxi cabs with 400 horsepower, which probably 1 or 2 in the world exist, you know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It's funny. Is it worth siphoning off the old gas? Yeah, I'll take a 5-gallon siphon. That's a good idea. Because I might want it. Let's take all the things that are trash. And there's an extra newspaper in here, but that's fine. I'm just gonna dump trash. I have no respect for the map now. Unfortunately, it's also 3 p.m., so it's getting a little late to do the Kamal raid. I'll go in there to be able to check that right off the list. But if you have ideas for what I should work on after my foray into the mall, let me know. Just submit it as a channel point redemption. So, this is half full. Not a lot of gas, but, you know, something. At least this car won't die on me so much. All right, looking for a standard. This wagon might be good. Little windshield damage, but otherwise it looks pretty good. It's also black, so it's hard to tell if there's physical damage or not. Well, a lot of the lower percent points are the seats, which doesn't matter. The engine is ridiculously low, though. It's 35, so with a 35% engine, I don't think that's going to be the thing I swap to. Have I gone to the military base? I can't. I'm not allowed to. I am staying in West Point and Valley Point only as part of the challenge of this series. And the military base is outside of town bounds. This car looks mint condition. Ooh, maybe the cop car? I'm gonna have to fight for the cop car, but the cop car looks mint. It looks really good condition. And generally speaking, the emergency service vehicles have good horsepower. So in a minute here, I might be role-playing as cop fireman. Anyone have car keys on them? No, but you got some bullets. And hiding an M9 pistol up your skirt. There's like a joke about Thailand in there somewhere, but I'm not gonna touch that. No pun intended. Yeah, so I've broken into this car because the rear right window is smashed out. Also, the vehicle's quality is 6969. I forgot to look at the horses, though. Well, actually, I didn't forget. I was rudely interrupted by these two young ladies, these whippersnappers. Light bar is good, glove box is good, radio's good. Battery sucks, but that's easily replaceable. And it's just the window that's knocked out. The trunk is in bad shape, though, which likely means, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of storage capacity. 29 kilos. So it's a powerful car, but not one that I am going to want. Yeah, you idiot. The hell are you doing? God, dummy. Oh, yes. It's a cop car. I can't go from the back seat to the front seat. That's not allowed in a cop car. Dang, these developers really did think of a lot. So the other issue with this cop car, I'm going to have to smash a lot of windows. Because, yeah. You can't... I mean, it's barred between back and front seats, obviously. So... Now, to be fair, not all cop cars have bars between front and back. It really depends. Like, where I am, it's rural enough that it's you don't tend to see, a lot of the typical police cruisers aren't, for perp. You know, they're not paddy wagons. Oh, hello. Whole bunch of ammo in the trunk. Where the hell did all these dudes come from? Why am I getting swarmed? What the hell? I didn't make noise. Just migrant. I don't know. That's weird. Can happen. Just felt like they were... Oh, I broke the window. I'm surprised that it drew in 10 zombies for one window. Unfortunately, I didn't really use daylight all that effectively today. But I guess we did manage to get 2 vehicles. Could be worse. $480 horsepower in this little Chevy Nyla. Yeah, okay, that's ridiculous. Okay, well. Hey, let me I have an idea. This car looks like it has really good windows. So I might just be able to replace my... Oh, yes. Oh, but they might have weird windows. Front right window, uninstall. They don't even have rear windows, but I can do some impromptu maintenance and strip that vehicle because it has great parts, but it's a terrible car. Done. All right, rear right window. What else sucks on this car? Battery. Let's see about taking the battery out. I think to take the battery out, I'm going to need to hotwire this, though. Just generally speaking, they don't let you mess with the car until you have ownership. So I'm not really doing a mall raid, as you can tell. I'm sort of just working the vehicle thing. Yeah, Cruzio and Lourdes, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is that I was trying to take that car and just ran out of time and had a bolt, had a boogie. And, yep. Because you can't really uninstall a trunk. So there's nothing else in this car that I want. Oh, a perfectly intact standard wheel. I'll take that. Stick that in the fire rescue trunk. Which, to be fair, I probably shouldn't be having the engine run because it's not full of gas. Can you pair the trunk with metalworking? You can, yes. I intend to. So let me see if I can't find... I'm going to drive around a little bit and see if I can't find a right rear door or a window for that cop car. But I'm going to drag it around with me. So if this becomes my daily driver, it's super stupidly powerful, which probably is going to get me killed. But the disadvantage is, yeah, that trunk space is terrible. Can't store anything. But I don't do a ton of looting anymore. And because I am so wealthy, I can really pick and choose. I can be very picky about what I grab. Dead Dodo! Thanks for the resub. It's an awesome name. Alright, let's see here. This wagon. How is your right rear? It's 30%? Oh, come on. There was a standard size car just south of the cop car. Yeah, I saw it. Just didn't look like it was in good condition. I'm trying to find just really a window. A right rear window that... Does that have right rear windows? Maybe. Because that right rear window does not look damaged. It's also not that important to have like a perfect right rear window. But it's pretty clear I'm not going to make it into the mall, so I might as well work on something. One of the best decisions you ever made in the early 20s, just name yourself that. Yeah, I can see it. All right, right rear window uninstall. This car was in excellent condition. It's just a Chevy Dart. But its horsepower is still ridiculously high. Like a real life Chevy Dart probably has a horsepower of like 100, and that car is 360, whatever it said. I mean, it's just absurd. Hey, there we go. We have a car that kind of works. Let me take the battery out of this Dart. Skull Valerie remembered just as I did too. Yeah, this one is a good one to strip parts out of. For sure. Battery's mine. Muffler looks awesome too. And probably some of the brakes. Oh, I screwed up the muffler. And I screwed it up twice. There we go. Third time's a charm. It's an old style muffler, but it's in pretty good condition. I could also install that tire, but I'm not going to do that here because I am a wee bit vulnerable where I am, I think, is you could probably assume. The muffler here is a performance muffler, actually in better shape than the muffler that I just stole. But I can put this old muffler away in the trunk. Because, yeah, there's nothing stopping a zombie swarm from, like, wandering up while I'm doing auto mechanics and biting me or killing me or whatever. So I gotta be a little careful here. I can't just be super cavalier about how endangered I am. But this front left tire at 97% is honestly just too good to leave. Oh, I need the jack and the lug. And then I'll head home. I do have a ton of spare tires that would be standard tires that would be good to replace when we get home. So that's why I'm not all that concerned. Although that has the suspension in that car is really good too, and I don't know how much standard suspension I have. TWC Plays, thanks for gifting out a community sub. TWC, what does that stand for? Time Warner Cable? Not that that's even a thing anymore. Alright, so I got the suspension. What about the brakes? Front left brakes aren't great. Left rear suspension aren't that great. I also hear zombies coming up on me. So let me just skedaddle. I stripped it for its best parts. The Weather Channel? Yeah, maybe it's the Weather Channel. Alright, off we go. This was the mall raid. I hope it doesn't disappoint you all. So, if you have ideas for what I should work on next, feel free to submit it in channel points. And once I have 2 or 3 more suggestions, I'll put up a poll about what we do next. Ooh, Ash is losing weight. I gotta start binging again. Turn on the sirens. I've been there, I've done that. And this is the result. See that giant pile of ash in this burned out cop car? Yeah, that's what happened. You can find that episode on YouTube if you want to rewatch it. Or watch it for the first time. All right, so we have enough submissions here. Let me have you all polled for it. So next goal, we have got Skull Valerie. I'm going to reject yours because I basically just did it, which was a new daily driver. Byron wants me to loot houses. Jazzium level up tailoring. Skull Valerie, compost rotted foods. That would be sort of a maintenance thing that I would do anyway. But what I could do is, instead of that goal, I'll do focus on farming. Basically do a full analysis if I have diseased plants or plants in stress or in distress or whatever. Can wants me to go on a kill spree. I'd probably go back to West Point proper, where I had caused all those zombies, and try to clear them out a little bit more. Free Typhoid says, free wild card. Do what I want. Cruzio, build a watchtower. Which you keep resubmitting. And then upgrade daily driver more, which would be from Ion. All right, there it is. 7 options. I think I just pointed at Yoda, but 7 options. Feel free to vote. And we'll try not to total both of these vehicles on my way home. I'll do my very best. Driving 10:30 at night in the dark, towing a muscle cop car. Yeah, I don't mind that you resubmit the build a watchtower. It doesn't bother me. It would be a little bit harder to do with my left hand out of commission. Or partially out of commission. Doing anything with 2 hands right now is a little bit trickier because of being wounded and all. Because deep wounds take a while to heal. They can take... I mean, they're not quite as bad. They're not quite as bad as fractures, which can, you know, really cripple you for a long time. But deep wounds are like a week to heal or something. Also, are there poultices that help with deep wounds? I totally forget, but I should probably look that up unless someone wants to either already knows that or wants to look that up for me. Because I know that the comfrey poultices are good for fractures, but if there's one good for deep wounds, I probably already have the materials for it and I wouldn't mind using it. But I would need to be reminded of said poultice. Was weird. Music just a very abrupt cut out there. One of the things I would love to do, because I know that they are working on, I have no idea what the ETA is, but they're working on car modifications, being able to really modify your vehicles to your specifications. I would love to be able to install a 360 roof rack of floodlights. That would be so cool. Be able to drive a vehicle and just have you like super illuminate everything in every direction. I would almost want that more than like an armored vehicle, because an armored vehicle is like, oh, okay, cool, it just can take a beating, but like cars are dime a dozen in this game, you can just keep swapping them out. But a super floodlight roof rack, you know, is something that you can't duplicate currently. Oh, I'd love that. That would be great. Or alternatively, just the old school left rear view mirror style floodlight that like cop cars typically have, so that you can move your mouse around and like illuminate anything within the front 180 degrees or something like that. That would be stellar too. Because I feel like when you're turning corners in this game, unlike real life, where you have a little bit more peripheral vision, like in real life, when you're driving, even at night, it wouldn't be like pitch black next to your vehicle. Like, you would have some idea of what is there, you know what I mean? So having some sort of like hand floodlight or something like that would definitely... Did you? I'm towing you. Why did you just rear end me? Would definitely help in search and illumination. And yeah, the floodlights would attract zombies, but it would be... Oh, jackknife. It would be... The concept would be, you know, to keep yourself safer so that you're less likely to plow into things. Is this a spare? Let me move this. Why did I put it in my backpack? I have no idea. Looks like the wild card is leading. Generally speaking, when wild cards lead, I try to just incorporate a bunch of the ideas that you all submit together. We'll see. Right. Whoa, that is one long pump. I was not sure I was going to be able to do that. And grab the gas can, top this up. Now, I'm going to need to move all my daily... That music startled me. All my daily driver stuff from the fire truck to the cop car. But I'll do that in the daylight tomorrow. What I'll probably end up doing is just fix up my daily driver a little bit more. Fixing the tires, the brakes, whatever standard parts I can get my hands on, especially the trunk, because the trunk was just totally busted. So fixing up the cop car, and that would be one of the wild card things that would do, is to make sure that that's in tip-top shape, because a daily driver with no trunk space is pretty limitedly useful. Come on, turn my overlay back on. I really need to unbind that. They're on the same binds and it's stupid. What did you miss? A lot. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this cop car has a bunch of armaments in the trunk as well. I'll have to offload that. Let me take that now. And a bunch of garbage. Alright, let's see. Trying to put everything that needs to be in here as like backup stuff back here. If there's carry weight, there might not actually be weight for that nightstick. No, there's not going to be. Alright, so this is the daily driver now. I'll do maintenance on it tomorrow if Wildcard wins. The other thing I should, or want to do, is to just park these vehicles where they belong. Is it possible to turn on the light and the sirens and the lights? Yes. It will attract zombies from Timbuktu to me, and attracting zombies to my base is very little benefit. It will just, it's more annoying than you want. But yes, you can use light bars and to your benefit like that. I've done it in the past. Nebatan, I actually referenced your YouTube comment maybe in the first 20 minutes of the stream. Yeah, there's a lot of myths about this game because there just aren't a lot of game mechanics YouTubers or content creators or guide makers that go through the game mechanics systematically. And I hate reading Java, so I surely am not going to volunteer to do it either. Like I'll do it for other games, but not this one, because as most programmers will tell you, Java's the worst. Maybe not the worst, but it's pretty dismal. Pretty unenjoyable. Sweet base? Well, thank you. This is a small fraction of it. But it's my... Oh, I forgot to drop the hand axe off. I don't think there was weight for it, though. I could keep it on me. So these nightsticks go in my tools. I think my matches newspaper boxes might not have enough weight for... Oh, it did. What else? So I have a hand axe that I'm not supposed to have. And then... I am going to offload a whole bunch of the shotguns and stuff. Because I don't think that I'm going to need them, at least not early on tomorrow. So let me wrap up this poll. It's going to be wild card. So Free Typhoid's choice has won. Definitely going to want to ditch the shotgun as well, because it weighs 4 kilos. It's not a lightweight thing to haul around with me. With the alcohol wipes, I'm going to drop off the disinfectant and probably 2/3 of these bandages. Like all but maybe a few. 4. That's fine. If I'm not... Oh, I'm going to need to reboot the game when I sleep. Also going to go to sleep at a very odd hour, because we were out late at the mall. I'll figure out what else I have to put away tomorrow. So let me back up my save and restart the game entirely, because it was running like sludge. Speaking of Java. And if you have ideas, I'm going to refund everybody that submitted ideas. You're welcome to resubmit. If you have any ideas of things you'd like me to work on, just submit them as channel points. While you patiently wait for more Zomboid. 1 second. Come on, back up. All right. I'm gonna sleep till like 11 a.m. or something. Ooh, that's actually quite early, considering when I went to sleep. All right, let's get some food in the stomach, because my weight is down to 82 and dropping. I don't want that to drop much more. It's winter, so I want to keep it up. So we do have some rotted radishes that I really ought to put away, as I risk accidentally incorporating them in my stews if I don't. So I'll be doing that right after I finish the stew, because it would be understandably very simple to add them. And because of my weak stomach trait, that would be somewhat of a fatal mistake to make. Could be fatal. That'd be a dumb way to die. Here lies Ash. Survived the zombie apocalypse and died to some spoiled radishes. And it looks like carrots also went down the tubes too. So the reason I'm not leaving West Point or Valley Point is for game size bloat reasons. It's part of the challenge, but it's also, I simply don't want to back up a save that triples in size. It means that streaming this will become unwieldy, cumbersome, and for that reason, I'm not going to consider leaving ever under any circumstances for game performance reasons. It's not just about the challenge. Every new city that you explore adds hundreds of thousands of additional files to the game, and that makes the game run like sludge. So if you yourself play Zomboid and you travel to every city, your game file is just full of ridiculous amounts of bloat. Just the way it's designed. So currently, here, let me tell you. My current game file has 37,000 files. If I went to the military base, that'd probably turn to 50,000 files. Like, it's, you know, we would be traveling in a direction that would not be good. which is exactly why I've been avoiding that. Alright, so the rotted food is now composting. It is my wildcard day. So, let's see. There's definitely some farming to be done. These are seed bearing. And I am getting max yield, which is good. Makes me think that, like, winter is actually not that hard, considering it's December 17th in game and 14 degrees Fahrenheit out, and I have crops that still yield anything. It does make me wonder what the hardiest possible crop that you could make would be. I don't know off the top of my head. But I'd imagine most plants don't grow very well once water freezes. Because as soon as water freezes, and plants are made mostly of water, that's not going to lend itself to good growing, as a general rule of thumb. Plants that are underground a little bit do benefit, but much the way that, like, you know, bacteria can't evolve to survive alcohol, plants can't really evolve to survive cold, super cold temperatures. Alright, so this was my potato field? Yeah. Yep. So, potatoes. Before I forget to water, let me fill this up. Eating raw potatoes is fine. Will I show you how boiled water can disinfect a bandage? All you gotta do is right-click on the bandage and select disinfect, or clean rather, not disinfect. You can use hot water to disinfect. I just don't. All of my bandages right now are clean, so I have no ability to show you that process. So here's my radishes. I mean, to be completely fair, these water barrels wouldn't even have water in them. Because it's so far below freezing temperatures right now in game. Hey, Crash M, I know you just mentioned that the like average cold temperatures. What I'm curious about is how does that stack up, Matt, today from 1993? Because the time scale of this game is a little historical. I think in 93, winters would be a little bit colder than they are now. Yeah. MVP. What is the climate data? What's going on with my stupid thing? Water. There it is. It's kind of hard to figure out that stuff. I remember. For me, I don't consider climate change to be like political at all. It's science, much the way that like you can say, you know, gravity is political, but like that's ridiculous. It's just not political. If you don't believe in gravity, fine, whatever. But like, gravity doesn't need you to believe in it for it to exist. And so I was having a discussion with a guy at a dog park once. This was in New Hampshire, and he claimed that climate change wasn't real. And so I asked him something simple. I basically asked, when you were a kid, you know, he was in his late 60s, early 70s, something like that. And I asked, when you were a kid, typically, how many times would it reach negative 30 or 40 in the winter? Like, how many times was it really cold? Really, really, really cold. And he said, you know, it would happen like half a dozen times in a winter that it would get just ridiculously cold, right? Like deep, deep, deep into the deep negatives. Like negative 40 is Fahrenheit, Celsius, they're the same. That would be extreme. But negative 20s and negative teens were pretty common. You know, 100 years ago or so. Not 100, but like 70 years ago, 50 years ago, however old that guy was. Because one of the net effects of human climate change is that because it doesn't get as cold as it used to, certain like ticks and beetles that kill trees, they don't die in the winter. Ticks will die in super cold conditions. They will die off, but it has to be sustained cold for days in a row for ticks to suffer. So the absolute explosion of Lyme disease in the Northeast can very easily be traced to the fact that we don't have deep freeze trends in the winter anymore. So I was talking to this guy and I was like, look, you know, the reason that Lyme disease is a lot more prevalent is a few different reasons. One, because, you know, we completely took over a lot of the biomes of critters that would have lowered the population of the disease spreaders, right? Like when humans kill possums and remove wolves from a forest, you have a lot more ticks because the possums aren't eating them, and more deer that spread the ticks around because the wolves aren't eating them. But besides that, the fact that it just doesn't get cold like it used to, you know, is obviously a driving factor. And he was actually, I changed his mind. He was like, yeah, I guess it doesn't get cold like it used to. But then, of course, there's the counter argument of this is just a warming trend or something like that. I hear that a lot. But that aside, My point is, the average winter for Kentucky today, because this game takes place in Kentucky, is probably a few degrees warmer than that of, you know, 30. Because this game takes place about 28 years ago. I'm a man of culture that uses wolves to solve everything. Yes, in fact, I will use wolves to entertain you as well. Here. Wolf. Hi, Wolf. Hello, Wolf. Ooh, second wolf. Wolf number 2. Echo. Chile. Echo. Chile. Chile. Wolf number 2. Hey, wolf girl. Hello. Hey, puppy. Oh. And a pet Yoda, too? Bye, wolf. Hey, Shield. Thanks for gifting out a sub. Oh, puppies. Yeah, I'm glad she didn't get sick from the toothpaste. I'm actually very surprised. She definitely had an allergic reaction. So I had to, like, up her meds a little bit because she's allergic to... She's actually allergic to the toothpaste. The toothpaste wasn't for her. Because she's allergic to poultry and the toothpaste was, like, chicken flavored. And it was funny. Like, I was pretty sure Echo was the one that ate it. Because when I got home and I saw that she had eaten his toothpaste, she looked... Or I saw that she was guilty, and then I realized that she had eaten a tube of chicken flavored toothpaste. But I was definitely sure when her belly got real pink, which is a sign that she's having, you know, a skin-based allergic reaction. I was like, all right, yep, definitely was her. My dumb dog ate a tube of toothpaste. I was just very happy that it, I mean, it was dog-based. It was toothpaste designed for dogs, because if it wasn't, it could be a lot more dangerous, because dogs do not react well to xylitol, which is a fake sugar that tends to be in toothpastes. But you'd never have a dog toothpaste with xylitol in it, because that's, I mean, it would be like drinking Rhadathor nowadays, right? Like, no one willingly drinks poison. All right, let's fix up the cop car a little bit more. For that, I am going to want to pull it into my garage so I don't get nibbled while doing it. Unfortunately, the glove box is so dang small, I can't even put my spare axe in it, which is a real bummer. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep the axe in the trunk. Emirates, thanks for the resub as well. You love PZ? Me too. Me too. Come on, please start. Come on. So, the gate to my garage has some functional starting problems. Ah, congrats, Night Divinity. On not only a graduation, but a new job. That's awesome. I did a real bad job of entering my garage. All right, there we are. So let's see what I can fix up here. The trunk sucks. That's probably one of the things I'm going to tackle first. The gas tank is not great either, and unfortunately, I just filled it. And all the gas cans on the floor here are full. So I'd have to dump out a whole lot of gas to siphon. So maybe I don't do that. Place on the ground, use the context menu attached to a battery. Requires a power source to operate. I could also charge up the battery, because the battery of this cop car was not... It was in good condition, but it wasn't full charge. Condition 67%. Remaining 100. Oh, you know, it's charged up. Never mind. So, I would say 2 tires and trunk and gas tank. But I could probably not worry about the gas tank right now. So 2 tires and the trunk. And maybe the hood. So let's go get some metal. Repair metal. I am running out of metal sheets. No, I'm not. Got 2 other boxes with them in. I'm slowly turning into the Walking Dead Rick Grimes. That's sort of the reason why I refuse to use the Magnum and use the shotgun instead, so I wouldn't go full Rick. Coral! Of this base, I didn't build the walls or most of the doors, but everything else would be me. Okay, so the trunk's capacity is up. The trunk's lid is up. And the hood is up. So the trunk now can hold 47 kilos, up from like 20 something. I like how I repaired it while there's like a tank of gas in there. Super sketch, but you know, whatever. Alright, next up, let's get the lug wrench and the jack to replace the right tires. Put my propane torch away. The front left brake might want to be swapped as well. It's not the best. So there's the 2 tires I wanted to get rid of. It's really too bad you can't, like... I mean, I know realistically you can't just, like, smush 2 tires together and have 1 good tire. That's not how tires work. As someone that just bought 4 new tires for their car, I would know. So, what am I tossing on these things? Where are all my tires? Regular... These are all sport tires. Aren't these tires over here regular? Yeah, here's 6 regulars. So take 2 of them. Success and success. Alright, they're not pressurized at all. You know, while I'm here, I might as well... I'll keep these tires because they're in reasonable condition, but I'm going to replace them with 100%ers. Another thing I might need at some point is to add some more storage boxes, because I have a bunch of parts just like laying around. Okay, let's take out this front brake. It's gone. Let's throw this brake out and hope that I have a spare somewhere. performance brake. No, those are all sport brakes. Performance brake standard. Let's just do a standard. The performance one here has some wear and tear already, but the standard is good. Thank you for watching Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.